Welcome to Mr. Foy's Easel. I wrote the word pairs here because today's program is going to focus on two characters, well, several cartoons involving two characters relating to each other in one way or another. The first one I want to show, I'm going to go ahead and write what they're saying to each other, and then I'll do the cartoon. The first balloon, that is what the first character is saying, is "Gimme that." Now let me pause to tell you, you shouldn't watch Mr. Foy's Easel to learn how to spell things. This is supposed to be "give me," but you'll notice in a lot of cartoons it's written out like "gimme, gimme that." All right, the first character says, "Gimme that." The second one isn't at all ready to obey this demand. "Gimme that, no way." All right, now the first character is kind of a bully, as you might assume. Kind of a tough guy. And what is it? You may be expecting that he's wanting to steal the man's cash and credit cards, but that's not the case. No, what he wants is this fella's ice cream cone. And as you might guess from what he's saying, he's pretty proud of his treat there. And later on, if time permits, I'm going to color up this one and some of the others. But as far as learning cartoon procedures, when you have two characters relating and talking to each other, you need to make sure that they're positioned in such a way that you can tell that they're arguing or conversing in a genteel way or whatever. So "gimme that, no way." You can only imagine if we had to follow up what would happen to this situation. Well, the second pair, I want to tell you in advance, don't watch this program to learn vocabulary or the first character in this second pair has this to say: "Nice threads." You may not have heard that slang expression, but it's one of many terms to refer to what someone is wearing, clothes in other words, or duds or garb. So here's apparently a compliment rather than a threat. And I'm going to switch to animal characters here. And someone who would make a remark like that is pretty friendly, so you want to make your character look like he's in a good mood, as in a complimentary mood, you might say. And he's looking over here at somebody apparently whose duds or threads he admires. So here's Mr. Fox, and he's talking to Mr. Alligator, who says, by the way, simply, "Thanks." And now it remains for me to show you what nice threads Mr. Alligator is wearing, and he's pretty proud of them himself. Got a tie on, and by the way, these are not alligator shoes. They just are ordinary shoes. Now, instead of waiting later to color this one, I'm going to go ahead with that job. You have found this out already, but a lot of times what cartoon characters regard as really nice threads may not be all that acceptable to stylish society. But anyway, the alligator's pretty proud of his duds, complete with a red hat, which clashes somewhat from the green alligator had. And let's see, I guess we'll have a blue tie. Well, it's not fair to give one character all the nice threads. I'll put a few on the Mr. Fox. He's a red fox, you can see, as you can tell. Pretty nice threads, I think. Okay, let's go on to another pair and see what's happening with them. This next one, well, the first character in it is yelling pretty loud, in fact. Yow. I don't think that's a word either. I mean, I don't think it's a regular word, but anyway, somebody's hollering, you can tell that. And the other character is saying, oops, sorry. And let's see which characters are in here, beginning with the one who's in pain. When you're hollering out, yeah, your expression might be something like this. And it's a lion of all things. And we'll find out in a minute why he's screaming. Because somebody stepped on his tail. That's the mystery now, is who that somebody is. It'll be solved in a minute. If somebody's sorry or regretting what they've done, they might have eyes like this. Well, the secret's out, it's an elephant. And what he just did would make even the king of the jungle holler with pain. Yeah, he's sorry he stepped on his tail, in other words. Yow. Oops, sorry. Well, we'll do another pair here. And this one involves a man reading his newspaper and looking over in this direction, and he's speaking. He's speaking to his wife, and in a minute I'll show you what they both are saying. She's not happy, you can tell from that expression. But what's wrong with her? Her hair is all drooping. She's just coming into the room, got a hand on the doorknob, and she's all wet, and you can sort of tell it's pretty wet outside. What does he say to his wife as she comes in? Is it raining? He asks. And she simply says, good guess, kind of in a sarcastic way. Yeah, she shouldn't have gone out without her umbrella, I suppose. Well, a lot of times in cartoons, rain is shown with kind of a bluish tinge. May do some more color on that later. But let's go down to another pair. Go ahead and put the question. Want a bite? By the way, a lot of times in cartoons, they spell want a as wanna. But since I've already done some of that torture to the language, I'll put it more correctly. Want a bite? And the reply is no thanks.
1 minute.
Here's a fellow willing to share something, a bite of something. It's right sporting of him. Kind of a shabby guy. Yeah, but looks like he's not a very prosperous soul, but he's willing to share some of his apple. His friend or acquaintance is already turning to go in this direction. In fact, he's walking away. So the people talking don't necessarily have to be facing each other if the second one is doesn't want to hang around. Not very friendly of him, and the guy offers him a bite of apple, I guess. Go ahead and color this little treat, which has already been bitten. So there you have it, animals and people discussing things and asking questions and giving replies.